Here we go. Now, I don't know, I tell this story all the time. There were 3 men in my house and 3 women, my mother and my 2 older sisters. I was the first son, first Sunday. Alpha brought that to my attention. After my father passed, I couldn't even focus halfway because it was just such a huge responsibility. And I didn't realize most of it was psychological, that, you know, if he did it every day, I could do it one day. And so I took it one day at a time. So, alhamdulillah, Alfred brought to my attention, he said, first son, and people were asking me my whole life, but I'm humble, I respect adults, so I said, well, my parents have never lied to me. And if I didn't believe them or something, I wouldn't even entertain the thought of disbelieving them. You know, I remember one time my mother hid some donuts in the cabinet, and I'm looking through the cabinet, she told me there wasn't no more donuts, I found the donuts. So that messed my head up, because that wasn't even in my nature. So I said, maybe I didn't see them donuts. I imagine it was a mirage. But I said, no, my father said that he didn't have I'm his first child, as a first male child. And so I guess he had to pass for people to believe me it was the truth. And he named First Sundays. There's a long story that I'll tell you about some other time, about why he started the First Sundays. What man don't want his son to grow up to be the man that he wants him to be, and to take after him, and to have the opportunities that he had for independence and to have some dignity? Right. But what man don't want that? So he was having trouble struggling with his helpers to get information to me that he needed their assistance so that I could continue my business, or really have a good business and following him around the country. So he said, you know what I'm gonna do? He said, I got an idea. And he started the First Sunday, but this was months later, so to disconnect from my mind, I was just happy he was talking to us once a month. Come here, son. He told me when I was 7 years old, he said, son, he said, you a man. He said, you a man like me. And I guess, I don't know, it could have been a dual information. I was hanging around my sisters and my mother too much. And so I fasted during the month of Ramadan for my first time when I was 7. My son is 7, and I want him to read something from his grandfather. This is probably the most saddest thing that I experienced after my dad passed, is that my wife was 5 months pregnant when he passed. So we started over. My youngest was 14, and this guy is 7. So that's 14 years later we having babies. And so he gonna read something to you right quick. Now you don't have a mic, so project your voice. You hold it. Yeah, I got it. Read loud.
In the beginning, I said that Savior's Day is a day for remembrance and also for celebration. We have the spirit of joy, and it was not just a day to preach. It was a day for us to socialize with each other and to enjoy each other and to meet persons whom we had not seen in a year from towns that were distances away.
Yes.
And now.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay, go. Loud.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a giant. He brought more people from among the deprived blacks of the country together during February, seeking excellence, seeking dignity, seeking self-respect than anybody else from our race.
That's right. That's
I
right.
don't know of another one from our race in this country who brought thousands and thousands of people together every February to celebrate deliverance from ignorance and decent behavior and laziness. That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad So when they talk about February as Black History Month, they should always start off with Elijah Muhammad.
Right, that's right. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
That's all I'm trying to say. Allahu Akbar. Thank you. Allahu Akbar. Where's my treasure?
Takbir. 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 Now that's our future right there. See, that's building on the past, and that's the future right there. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. And that's the great-grandson of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. Let's give Barack another round of applause. And we would like to thank Imam Hameen Rasul and the excellent work that he's doing with the Lifeline. Let's give the Lifeline participants another round of applause. $3,700 as a Savior's Day gift. Allahu Akbar, that's a blessing. See, they got the right man to carry the money too, because ain't nobody gonna mess with Imam Rasul. They're not gonna mess with him. Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. Sister Takia.
So now we will bring up Sister Camilla Burquan. She will read Sister Amatullah Sharif's biography. Sister Camilla.